Take me to the bar. It's Nefatari, I got what you want, yeah. It's Nefatari, I got what you want, yeah. Irish and chin and all the girls like him. Yes, your girl Nefatari, the pop reggae rock star. You see me, keep it locked to irishandchin.com. Pal. And all the boys, they be loving me, loving me, loving, loving me, loving me, love. So pull up to the best, yes. In my Vicky secret, you know what's next. High heels, attitude.
Basically, I started as a background singer for Lindsay Lohan and Emma Bunton. She's Baby Spice from the Spice Girls. So I did a tour with them, and then I started coming to Jamaica and recording, going back and forth between Jamaica and the US and recording. My first rhythm was the Gangsta Beat rhythm by Payday Music. I was on that rhythm with a song called My Thugs. So yeah.
Who wanna come test it? Cut a boy, say my cookies are the best, yeah. Legs long, posed off in my short shirt. And all the boys, they be loving me, loving me, loving, loving me, loving me.
I always loved music. Music is my first passion. I used to be at home singing the Whitney Houston song, I Will Always Love You, since I was like 5 years old. So, you know, I always had a passion for music, and it's my first love. So it's just something that comes within you.
Baby, baby, I'm a handful, cute and I'm irresistible. If you want my number, better take me to the bar. Say you want my number, better take me to the bar. Yeah, you looking like a bar.
Well, I have a friend who's a background singer for everybody from like Shaggy to Lauryn Hill. And he was like, yo, I know, you know, Lindsay Lohan is looking for background singers, you should go and audition. And when he told me, I was like, oh please, you know, how is Lindsay Lohan gonna pick me, you know, to sing background for her, because she's a major superstar in the US and in Europe. So I went still, and I ended up getting it. And then from there, after I sang background for her, the management for Baby Spice, the Spice Girls, called me and asked me to sing backgrounds for them, and it just took off from there.
Going crazy, baby, I'm everything you ever need. You I know a lot of them wanna come test it. Cut a boy, say my cookies are the best, yeah.
It was great. I loved it. I got to, you know, that was my first introduction into really the professional, you know, industry, the music industry. So I got to learn from stars like them, you know, how to conduct yourself and things that happen behind the scenes, you know, for shows. So it was a good introduction for me.
Loving me, loving, loving me, loving me, love. In the mall and all the heads turning. Missed calls from David J. Derwin. In the club, can't hear what you're saying. Telling me.
Well, I was raised in the U.S. My whole family's from Jamaica, from Spanish Town. Everybody in Spanish Town and some city, big up yourself, you see me? And yeah, my parents are actually next door neighbors in Spanish Town. And then they ended up getting to come to, you know, the U.S. through like running track, college, those sorts of things. And then I just come back and forth now and visit, you know, all of my family, stay here for a couple months, and then go back to the U.S. and stay there for a while.
Pull up to the best, yes. In my Vicky secret, you know what's next. High heels, attitude. And all the boys, they be loving me, loving me, loving, loving me, loving me, love.
Yeah, it was with Payday and Gangsta Beat rhythm called Wantin'. So that's, you know, actually, that's when I started getting, my first time getting major radio play. Bobby Condes and Jabba played it on Hot 97 in New York, and that was like sort of my big introduction into the industry. And then from there, I just kept working with Payday, you know, was on his, right now, his most relevant rhythm right now, the Quick Fix rhythm, which is getting a lot of love, you know, out here in Jamaica on Zippin' and also in the US. So, you know, and then also working with other producers like Kareem Height. You know, we have that rhythm going, Smash Them rhythm with my song called No Handbag, you know, and I'm just trying to get with a whole bunch of other producers right now to it, in Jamaica as well as the US.
Somebody man and them want to hype. It's Nefatari, make a style and right. If you're hype, then you better be my type. Be my type. I don't even know.
Definitely it's difficult. I think it's difficult for anybody to pursue this. You know, music is a very tough industry to be in and very competitive, but especially being a woman and a young woman at that, we, you know, get a lot of fights. So, you know, just always have to make sure that we have standards and have a certain level of respect, you know, in it. You know, it's okay to have fun, but still, you know, you have to be respected too as a woman. But I just keep pushing. I have a good team around me, Team Nefatari, you know, all of my people, paparazzi, Omi T, you know, a whole bunch of people that help me. And, you know, my parents and my family are very supportive as well. So I just keep those close people around me, and then, you know, they help me move in the streets and all those things. So
be my type, be my type. I don't need no man to follow me around. I don't need no man looking like a clown. I don't want no man like a handbag. I need a
day in the life. Basically, I probably wake up about like 10 or 11 a.m. and not really a breakfast person, so I don't really go get breakfast. I probably just wake up, get ready, check a whole bunch of emails, you know, people send me rhythms, check my Facebook, check Twitter, you know, and then probably touch the road, go out, try and record a song or a couple songs or make some phone calls. And then I'm just doing that the rest of the day into the morning. I'm like a night owl. I probably don't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. every night. You know, just either it's writing or in the studio or, you know, talking about, you know, what's the next move for myself as an artist with the rest of my team. So that's basically like, it probably starts, my day starts at 10 and probably doesn't end until like 4 a.m.
Want no man like a handbag. I need a real man. I need a real man. Me no want an average boy, no scrub. No idiot boy can't get my love. 7 a.m. and in my
yeah, no, I write all of my songs. Most of the time, like I write on a piece of paper. You know, the only song I really just vibed out and didn't write lyrics for was No Handbag. You know, we were just in the studio and just voiced that straight. But most of the time, I write my own songs, like, you know, by paper, on paper.
Man like a handbag, I need a real man, I need a real man. I don't need no man to follow me around. I don't need no man looking like a clown. I don't want no man like a handbag.
Yeah, definitely, you know, Jamaica has been pretty supportive. I can't complain. You know, of course, I'd love more love. But yeah, it's been supportive right now. We have my music video playing on Hype TV and RETV, my video called They Don't Know. Big up ICJs, directed by ICJs. So that's getting a lot of love right now. And I was on the Ice Rhythm medley video with Munga, Kim, Aisha Davis, and that's playing like crazy, you know, on Hype TV as well. So I can't complain, and the DJs, you know, are feeling it too. You know, I call myself the pop reggae rock star. So my music is kind of like pop with a dancehall and reggae undertone to it. So, you know, people in Europe and the US can relate because they're, you know, affected by hip-hop and pop and also reggae. And then people in Jamaica can relate because, of course, right now with technology and TV, they're also influenced by pop and, you know, hip-hop. So it's a good infusion of dancehall, reggae, and pop.
Whatever you do, guaranteed I've done it. If you won't try me, I've already won it. Talk, you can talk while I'm out getting money. Laughing to the bank while you niggas hating on me.
I don't think it's creating anymore. The thing is, yeah, females are stepping up, but guess what? Females have always been there. It's just the DJs are not playing them, you know? So it's not really that, oh, now there's more competition for me. I think the females have always been there. You know, you have to give credit to where credit's due. For example, like Payday putting out all-female rhythm, coming out the bedroom rhythm, you know, and that features artists like myself, Campute, Bridges, Stacia, Rain, Kim, you know, so I think more of that needs to happen because you have rhythms that are all male rhythms and no females are on it. So in the females, we've always been there, but you can go to a party, so you go to Weddy and you don't hear one female play. You can go to any party and not hear one female song play. So there needs to be more of that happening.
Whistle like a kettle boiling over. Sit in my bad girl, but them full of talk. Smile in your face and chat around your back. Yeah, we a hot girl, lieutenant the boss. No girl can step in me bumper crowd.
Well, I think it's evolving, definitely. But I also do think that there needs to be more responsibility from people in the industry, educating other people. Like, you know, if you're a top producer and you have like a hit song out, you know, educate the other producers in Jamaica about what has to happen, copyright, registering your song, all those things. It's like, you know, we can't really blame anybody else but ourselves. We're in the industry, so who's gonna step up and, you know, I guess make it better. So, but it's also evolving. I mean, you know, there are artists that are playing in areas that, or on stations that they've never played on before for dancehall artists. You know, you can listen to Hot 97 in New York and hear a top dancehall artist, whereas like 10 years ago, maybe that never happened. So I don't think we can really say, you know, it's not getting better. It's definitely evolving.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll get on a straight dancehall rhythm, and just because of the melody that I do, maybe it's like more of an R&B melody, that alone makes it a mix of like the pop or R&B and dancehall. You know, sometimes the rhythms don't even have to be a straight, like a hip hop, you know, rhythm. It can be a straight dancehall rhythm or a straight, like, one drop rhythm, and the melody that I put on it is a R&B kind of melody or a pop kind of melody. So, you know, those things are great. But yeah, of course, I love the rhythms that are like a mix of hip hop and dancehall too. You know, Steven makes a lot of those rhythms. Payday makes, you know, some of those rhythms too. So, I mean, I don't think you could say like, oh, you know, there's been a lot of talk about why our producers, you know, mixing the dancehall with the hip hop. I think in this day and age, it's like, look, we're all influenced by different types of music, whether it's pop, hip hop, merengue, you know what I mean, reggaeton. It's like kids in Jamaica are gonna hear this music anyway from the internet. So, you know, why limit it to just dancehall?
I'ma be a soldier, I'ma be a baby. The day that your pockets go empty.